Hi Collective, welcome back to the channel. This is part 3 for those of you that caught part 1 and part 2 and was curious to know more. And if you have not caught the first 2, then maybe you should, right? But if you don't feel guided, then okay, because this storyline has been coming across in a couple different angles. Okay, so part 3, we're talking about the Queen of Pentacles reversed. And part 3 is going to be how she's being manipulated or controlled to be being in the Queen of Pentacles energy reversed. Because I don't feel, well, it's interesting. Sorry, the TV's getting louder as I do this. Like, this is funny because I've lowered the volume twice already and it was fine for the first 2 and then now it's loud. There's something significant because right as I'm talking about how there's some sort of manipulation or control that's putting this Queen of Pentacles reversed, that happens. Everything is synchronistic, right? Because literally, like, I was taking a break right before doing this reading. So, that's interesting because it was quiet for a long time and then now it gets loud. Okay, because what I was getting at is the Queen of Pentacles came out with the Sun. Or no, I'm sorry. She came out with the 9 of Pentacles. And I was saying I don't often see the Queen of Pentacles come out with the 9 of Pentacles reversed. Because when she's upright and she's bringing in this 9 of Pentacles frequency, this is somebody that is talented. This is someone that's abundant, somebody that's very resourceful, okay? And it's showing. And they're in the 9 of Pentacles energy working towards the 10 of Pentacles. But now why is she reversed? So, you know, I was seeing the Sun coming out with the 3 of Swords. So it was showing me like, whoa, what is trying to block out your abundance? And I was getting self-sabotage energy due to some woundings. I was talking about father-mother wounds that could be where somebody doesn't feel worthy of their abundance. So that's really what was in part 2. Okay, but so I was picking it up in a third angle where somebody is manipulating, and this could be a family member. Okay. Oh, hold up. Let me turn this down for real. Like, it's just getting hella loud. Who put it up to 30? Are you kidding me? It was at 7. Somebody flipped it up to 30. That's crazy because, my daughter did not turn that back up while I was working, and she's okay. Anyway, we're moving forward. Okay, it doesn't surprise me when electronics be malfunctioning and doing different things. All right, so I'm getting loud, not wanting me to get this message out. So there's somebody that is manipulating and controlling and trying to get in the way and block. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, let me get back into it. I'm sorry, I was getting another download, but we're keeping this to part 3 about the manipulation and control, right? Okay, so what I think is so interesting is I didn't even see the cards fully that I pulled. I literally just started to pull cards, and this all is going off of my first reading. I haven't pulled any more cards. And I kept talking about the Queen of Pentacles reversed out with the 9 of Pentacles, the Sun, the 3 of Swords, okay? I did not even realize and even discuss in the first 2 readings how the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles has been out on the desk the entire time. Right over here. The King of Pentacles and an Ace of Pentacles, which is the counterpart energy to the Queen of Pentacles. This abundant, the missing pentacle, the 10th pentacle. There are 10 pentacles right here. That King of Pentacles is holding that pentacle in his hand. So somebody literally has the key for you to unlock your abundance. And literally, that's how it works. That is how perfectly and aligned, like, divines and unions, for a lot of you, like, you hold a certain key to unlock abundance. And love is that frequency. That's why when true love comes together, it unlocks infinite abundance, because it's the vibrational frequency of that. But see, for some reason, there is some sort of sabotage, but that's what I'm getting. Somebody could be denying something that literally is right in front of them, not even realizing that it was right there. Because the entire time, what was I talking about? I was talking about self-sabotage where somebody didn't feel worthy of it because of some sort of wounding, right? So the devil, dark energies, the demonic energies, getting into somebody's mind, manipulating and controlling, flipping things upside down, doing whatever, wounds, blocking. That's why if somebody is not capable of love, they could have it right in front of them and not see it, not feel it. That's why it is so important to love yourself. You have to heal yourself. You have to love yourself so that way you can accept love. You know what love is, and then you can see it. And that is just like with the reset to Earth. It was protected. That's why we've always heard that you have to release fear. Literally, releasing fear is what unlocks the heart chakra, which connects you with divine source. If you have fear in your heart, you're not online. You're not connected with divine source energy. You're not. And enough of us needed to have our heart chakras open to fully anchoring the energy. And I've been talking a lot about star seeds, right? And if you're not resonating with being a star seed or a chosen one, which if you align with my channel, you very much are, because that's the vibrational frequency that I put out, I radiate, you're attracting in, right? These are channels over here. That's why we attune to certain channels, right? Okay. So for a lot of you, you are starting to, especially if you're feeling my vibe, right? I've been seeing more and more of you starting to attract to my vibe. And this is so beautiful because I've been feeling like a lone wolf over here. Like I know a lot of us were ahead of our time because a lot of us are interdimensional divine, interdimensional travelers, right? So a lot of us literally are basically... we've been like, we're here from like past, present, future. Like we're basically here, okay, for this time. Okay, so we've been ahead of our time. Okay, so for a lot of you that are aligning with me now, you're starting to wake up and realize that as well, right? And especially to align with my energetic frequency, you are definitely, you know, you're in the small collective that is more highly awakened at this time than most, especially if you were able to understand my downloads that I transmit, if my starseed transmissions are resonating with you. And I'm not even labeling these as my transmissions, but I'm kind of planting the seeds for some of you that are starting to align with me through my tarot videos. Take a look at my starseed transmissions because I've been integrating this channel and kind of going back and forth between both, right? Because that's what I was feeling guided to do, right? I've went back and forth with whether or not I was going to stop doing tarot readings and just doing starseed transmissions, but for a lot of you, like, I'm pulling you over that way because tarot very much is a way to integrate, right? Because for a lot of us, we're on this love frequency, which really the heart is the opening to the soul, right? And for a lot of you, it's really important right now, however I can get through to you, that you need to open up the heart space to be able to anchor, just like with the cross, right? For you to download fully and anchor, you have to be able to anchor vertically by getting downloads and connecting with divine source energy, but then you have to anchor it horizontally with having your heart space open. And if your heart space is not open, if you're holding on to fear, resentment, any of those energies, the energy is not flowing through, you're not fully anchoring. Okay, so for a lot of you, like, that's why maybe for some of you, like, certain things are aligning with you, certain frequencies are flowing, but you're not anchoring or whatever, because there's this major heart clearing that's going on, or you're being called to do. That's why for some of you, like, this is why things are being blocked for you, or you could be self-sabotaging, but you don't feel like you are. That's why for some of you, if you feel like, oh my gosh, like so much like beautiful things, but then it's like they go, or it's like for some of you, if you're self-sabotaging and you're unaware that you are, right? Or you're still aligning with frequencies that you feel are attacking you, spiritual attacks and things like that. A lot of those things that are going on, you're still aligning with them. You need to let go of that mindset. For some of you, it could be programming. Okay, be careful what you attune to, what you listen to, what you watch, all of that stuff, right? There is so much manipulation and control that's been trying to keep us bound to this matrix, right? And that's why I was saying, like, it could only unlock when enough of us held the harmonic resonance, okay, of having our heart space open, of being to the 144,000 frequency to be able to unlock Earth's basically fail-safe to stop the integration from happening. If there was enough fear and things like that, it wouldn't be able to happen. So anyway, we held the frequency, we have unlocked things. Really, like, everybody is now able to be set free to be able to unlock. Like, we've held the frequency where we're allowing others to be able to align with this energy, to be able to awaken when they're ready. Okay, whoa. A lot of stuff is coming through. Okay, so what I'm getting at is you need to know that for a lot of you, like a lot of the things that were meant to trigger you to get you into healing yourself and recognizing those things may still be around you with the family. Okay. But what's important that you know now is that you can't force somebody to awaken or heal if they're not ready to. But you just need to hold space for them to awaken, basically by just letting go. Okay. And just like giving them time and space to heal, to integrate, to raise their vibration. Okay, not holding judgment, not, maybe for some of you need to have boundaries, you need to put up some, protection for yourself, right? If you feel that things are pulling on your energy, blocking you out, things like that. But really it was to show you, like you'll start to realize that all of the people, all the family members, all your friends, all the people that have been in your life literally were to challenge you. And maybe it did get you in your shadow side, right? Maybe for some of you, you feel guilty for how you handle certain situations because it put you in your shadow. But at a higher level, it was really meant, that was what was needed to break you. Like for some of you, you literally needed to have your heart broken a couple times just to break down the walls of your heart so you could get the frequency of love flowing through your heart. And ultimately by breaking the walls down, it got you to find that love for you to basically bring yourself back alive, bringing that frequency and that level back. But what we need to understand is that you did it. You held that frequency of love. That's why for some of you, I was saying you were unaware in part one that you even integrated your shadow. Because for some of you, like you see all these beautiful blessings and abundance, but you're like, I don't deserve these. I didn't do these. This is just like, this is somebody else's abundance or somebody else deserves this. No, you really did this. Right? You didn't do anything wrong. And that's what I was getting to my download that I got to give all my star seeds yesterday, was that for a lot of you, like you need to realize that like you were needed to be in your shadow sign to be able to defend yourself, stand up for yourself, cutting people off, all of that. Like that's what was needed. But now I need everybody to soften and to come back. And now you're holding that compassion, that space, because my readings go out to the new leaders, right? To the star seeds that are ready for their next level, their next mission, the ones that are ready to just hold the frequency of love, because that is all that's needed. You no longer need to defend yourself, stand up for yourself, fight everything, because that was needed to get you out of the darkness. But now that you've integrated your shadow, you have balanced out, baby. And that's what I mean. There's no more like challenges and tasks. For a lot of you, could have felt like they were hardcore initiations, and they pretty much were. But we were we were transmuting so much to get through the barrier. Basically, I'm hearing like the firmament, like literally, like that's literally what it was like, that we had to break through, but through the darkness to radiate through the light, right? So basically, we did this from a higher level. Enough of us energetically raised the vibration of Gaia, okay, to unlock for this reset, right? So the reset is underway. I'm calling the new leaders to take, to step into their positions of power. And by doing that, you're simply in this vibration of love, forgiveness, you're healing, you're doing everything that you desire. You're holding no guilt, no resentment. You're knowing that all of these blessings and abundance and everything that's being showered upon you, that's coming in, that this is all for you, right? And that is why you are going to be having so many others just align and see. And the ones that may challenge you or come at you, just send them love and healing. And every time that you're doing, it's just multiplying and amplifying and bringing more and more and more. And don't worry about that, right? Because literally, like, this is a split, this is a divide. It's not going to be like literally the two earths are right now, okay, the higher 5D, and it's like it's both integrating right here. And the ones that still need to do the shadow work and the healing, and the ones that still need to go through lessons and need to break through, and they're going to be reaching those levels. Gaia is just going to keep raising its vibrational frequency, and so are all of the ones. We are all interconnected, right? So if it's not you, there's just so much light that's radiating, and everybody is ascending. Everybody is already at a higher vibrational frequency at this time, right? So just letting go of the fear, letting go of any resentment, anything, not putting those imprints, Okay. So anyway, wow. I'm almost out of time again. I got 43 seconds. So anyways, this is part 3. It took over with the channels, but I hope that that helped you for any of you that was coming across where you feel like there was manipulation or there were people that were affecting your abundance. It's literally just a mindset. For some of you, you just needed to retrain your thinking. You need to be open more and be in the flow of just letting things come in, knowing that you no longer need to be in that energy before, that you integrated your shadow perfectly. Okay, so let go of any resentment, anything that you have towards yourself, right? Because you don't need to be in that energy anymore. And I told you again, my readings go out to the leaders and to the newers. So if you align with this, that's you, baby. Definitely subscribe to the channel. And